How are you? Darragh Maloney is my name. We're here at Salthill Devon Football Club at the Galway Cup, and I'm here with Pete Kelly. And Pete, you're going to tell me how long this tournament is running since. When did it start?
Well, we started in 2005, so and obviously we've had an interruption with COVID and stuff like that. But over the years, really from the early days and its fledgling status, it has really taken off. And we've had teams from all over the world, and we try to rack our brains to come up with a list of what we call as the Galway Cup alumni, like the famous players who have played here. And so I don't think we have a comprehensive list, but we have some good ones.
Okay, we'll go through the list.
Yeah, well, we have I suppose the top in terms of money, and that would be Brahim Diaz, who he played here for Malaga. Manchester City signed him as like a 14-and-a-half-year-old or something like that, and then he ended up with Real Madrid, and now he's with AC Milan. So I mean, it's not a bad CV. And at 13 he was tiny, but he was magical, And the current England goalkeeper played here for Sunderland.
That's right.
Pickford,
yeah.
Jordan Pickford. And then when you look at our own Irish guys, you have our Galwegians that we're really proud of, is Darrell Horgan, who played all his underage football for Salthill Devon. Ryan Manning, who played with Merview, and Aaron Connolly, who played with Merview in this tournament. So they all played in this tournament. Greg Cunningham before them was like an MVP here in the air, like I think the second year of the tournament. And he's had a stellar career in England, even though it hasn't been at the Premier level. He's a model professional, So there's a litany of guys, but young one that springs to mind as well, like Charlie Cresswell from Leeds. He played in 3 Galway Cups, and he's just gone to Millwall on a loan for the season. He scored 2 goals last Saturday. So these are the kind of little nuggets that we try to dredge up from time to time.
So how do you go about attracting the teams?
Well, our tournament director, Ronnie Gibney, spends the entire year at this and does a fantastic job. And it's really, nowadays, it's kind of like there's a word of mouth type thing. The district league teams around Ireland would queue up to get here. What we've had over the years is the English academies. Leeds United would have played here 10 times, I would say. Ipswich came for years. So among that group, that cohort of clubs, we've become well established. We had a 4 or 5 year period where Maccabi Tel Aviv came and played. Now that was an interesting situation because they brought their own security. So that was good. It was just interesting, shall we say?
Sure.
And then there'd be some international tour operators that would be looking to us. What we've always tried to do is we've tried to keep the quality of the tournament at a certain level, and it's not it's not quantity. It's not a bums on seats tournament, but also within that quality, we would have your club section and your elite section. So our own team, Salthill Devon, can play. We have Moyne Villa playing this week over in Headford. They're 16 miles out the road there, and they can come and compete at a same level. So they don't come against and play against Leeds and get hammered or something like that.
Very good. The car park is full outside.
Yeah.
It's not an easy ground to get into, or I imagine later it won't be an easy place to get out of.
Yeah.
But it's a family occasion as well. Like I see a lot of parents with their kids, and of course the school holidays, it comes at the right time.
Sure.
But that has got to be a big part of what you do here as well.
It really is, and particularly with the younger age groups, you find the 11s, 13s, those kind of age groups. They'll bring 2 and 3 generations of their family up here to watch the games, and it's played in a really friendly atmosphere. The games on the field, they're really competitive, but the behaviour among the fans is usually almost always impeccable, and that's what it's about. The refereeing is very good, and we would have referees here this week from the School of Excellence from the FAI. So we've always gone for top-notch referees, and that is everything. Because if that's not going well, that sort of bad feeling can infiltrate the crowd.
Yeah, no VAR yet, no?
No, we're going to introduce that next year.
Wait till next year,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, I've just come back from the Women's Euros in
Yeah.
England, and the Lionesses are the European champions.
Yeah.
So it's a really big time for women's football.
Yeah.
What about female participation at the Galway Cup?
Yeah, we have a girls section this year, and say like a 13-year-olds, and we have a really good side ourselves here in Salton Devon at that age group, and they're playing out there now as we speak, but we would see that growing, and growing significantly. Like one of the guests we have here today is James Scott, who's the Irish under-17 manager. And we would see a real opportunity for an elite level and a club level among the girls as well. Like they've had training camps here for the Irish under-16s and 17s, and we've had a couple of girls here. Kate Thompson, who's now graduated to the under-19s, is one of our players from play all our underage here. And currently the next coming star, I would venture to say, is a girl called Emily Fitzgerald, who is now in the under-16/17 setup. And she has played all her underage here, and she's a wonderful player.
Really? Yeah. The standard out there, tell me how high it is.
The standard is pretty good, you know. Now, but significantly, particularly over the years, one of the really good things about the standard is, and I'm particularly talking about the district league teams, where the FAI, the RDOs, regional development officers have been working for years. You see a situation now where you might have like Cavan Monaghan playing Roscommon. The players are passing the ball out from the back. Like we saw a little instance out there this morning, the ball came into the goalkeeper, there was a player closing him down, and he just took it to one side and knocked it out to the midfield player. And we said, that's brilliant, because you can see the work that's been put into these guys during the year. They mightn't go on and play for Ireland at the highest level, but they're enjoying their football, they're obviously getting well looked after, and they're getting encouraged to do the right thing, and it's safe to make mistakes. And that's really the essence of coaching young kids.
And Pete, I would imagine, you know, for the kids and the age that they are, to be involved in something like this, to come up against teams from other countries, not just their own regions or whatever, this has got to be, like, it's a huge sort of formative experience for them at the age that they are at.
Oh yeah, no, it's a buzz. Like, I mean, part of it is they get in a bus. We had a picture was up on Twitter the other day of a girls team coming from Louth, right? They got their little bags, they go into the accommodation up in NUIG, and they're in this bubble for 4 days, and it's wonderful because that's what they're watching on the TV.
Sure.
And they go, I'm one of them now, and that's brilliant because they'll talk about that for the rest of their lives. Like I was involved in tours where we took guys on tour to America, and they were 15 years of age. These guys are 40 plus now, and they're still talking about it because those kind of experiences, you know, are priceless.
Brilliant, Pete. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you, Darragh.